G'day guys, it's the Pink King here, and I'm back with the last game of round 2. It's the Dockers versus the Hawks. Current ladder positions are 14th versus 5th. Hawks can finish the round on top. They would have to absolutely destroy the Dockers and not let them score too much though. It's going to be played at Optus Stadium. It's a Sunday twilight game, so let's just get into it. Alright, Freo versus Hawthorn. A wet day, which is really surprising for Perth. And Optus Stadium looks huge, the way they've done it like there. It absolutely looks like a cathedral. A Coliseum, I should say. Not a cathedral, that's a church. Anyway. What are those shorts? They're not Hawthorn shorts. A weird black or brown band on the side. All for one. That's pretty simple.
Fremantle run onto the ground. The banners look great as the players get set to run through.
I'm guessing that's Luke Ryan. Yeah, Nat Fife coming up to it. Strats will be on the other side. There we go. Ray, you've done a lot of travelling today. Done a lot of travelling all weekend.
Kicking to the left of screen. These lineups look very strong, and both teams look fired up and set to go. The fans of both sides are waiting this one.
I think the first game he did today was up in Brisbane, and then he went to Melbourne. Now he's here in Perth, so he's done some good miles.
Segler won it down.
Segler wins it, sends it out, but Freo win the ball, and they get the clearance.
Puts on a big hit.
What was that? Scully fucking took on a couple players, got it out. It's turned over though. Freo with the ball. No, tackle. That should be holding the man, but it's not. Wingard's got the ball. He's got a bit of space. He kicks it up forward. Is that Sicily, I think? No, it's Tim O'Brien. And he got done for holding the ball, or throwing the ball. Then it's turned around and Joel Hamling's punted it straight out of bounds on the full. Short kick from Wingard, and Burgoyne. Obviously it wasn't far enough, and Burgoyne's wrapped up. He takes on a couple players. It wasn't holding the ball. He probably got away with that. Wingard takes a pot shot, goal, and the wind brings it across, and it's a goal. He gets the first goal of the game. He's already had 3 disposals apparently. Actually, I know he has because I saw all 3 of them. Segler taps it down to himself and boots it forward. It's a 2-on-2. No one wins the marking contest, and it's sent out wide. Bruce punts it up, and it's it gets blown out of bounds. There was only one place that was going that whole way. They go sideways and backwards to Luke Ryan, the 50th gamer, and he goes back to Blake, and that's straight down bloody Tim O'Ryan's throat. He drops the ball, and Luke Ryan gets wrapped up for a ball up. It's tapped down by Segler. He seems to be winning all the ruck taps. I think if it comes down to ruck taps, we know which way this game's going to go, as Tim O'Ryan takes a mark just outside the goal square. There's actually be a fairly tight angle for this game that might not actually go through. He's really close, and he's smashed into the post. Like I said, for some reason it doesn't matter how close you are. If you've got a slight angle more than 45 degrees, it's technically a tight angle. In real life, not many people would miss that. I think that was Stephen Hill's got the ball, and then a few turnovers, and all of a sudden Freo breaks free and kicks it sideways. They've gone out the other side, and Michael Walters has taken him up. Fife's running behind him. He ignores him and goes back to the centre of the ground. Rough conduct for Jack Gunston, which was really unlucky for him. 2 players tackle the Freo bloke. It's got to be holding the ball in the end. It is. and he kicks it to a one-on-one contest. It's no mark, and it's going to be a ball up. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Is there going to be any more scores? Segler bumps off the ball. It's a high tackle against Howe. Fife gets the ball, and you'd think with that mark to conquer, that will be the end of the quarter. Oh, they're still playing around with it out the back. There could be a quick turnover here, but no, it will be 7-0 at quarter time.
Hawthorn should be happy with their lead, Hutto. They came out focused and committed to a very good game plan.
Strat's having a good chat to the team, and we're off for
Take a look at the stats.
the stats. 2 inside 50s to 1. As you can see, no score for the 1 for Freo, but 2 scores out of the 2 for Hawthorn. Disposals actually going Freo's way, so that indicates that they're actually getting a lot more of the ball. Yeah, a lot more clangers to Hawthorn as well, 10-4. So that's a fairly high number for 1 quarter. 4 is a pretty good number. 6 marks to Freo. That's because they're kicking it around in the back half to just the 1. 13 tackles to 7. So Hawthorn's putting on a lot of pressure. 1 free kick to 3. Freo's had more possession, but there is the big stat I think that is dominating this game at the moment. 5 hitouts to nothing. Wingard with 3 disposals. He's the only one that's had more than 1 disposal for Hawthorn. He's the only person to kick a goal so far, so he's definitely the man of the match at this point. The ball goes up, and we're away. Segler wins his own ball, but gets tackled immediately. It spills loose. Strat's handballs are over his own head. I don't know who that was. He's kicked it out to the wing and not followed it up. And luckily for him, Brandon Materia decides to send it 15 rows back out on the full. Scully's kicked it to absolutely no one, and Adam Sarah has kicked it sideways. Wingard soccers it off the ground. It's a 2-on-2, and I think this is going to end up a goal. It is. Tom Mitchell just sockered it a couple times, and no one really close to him. He ends up kicking a goal out of nothing. That first kick from Chad Wingard put Tom Mitchell, the only bloke near the ball, and there was no one in between him and the goals. He didn't want to pick it up for some reason, but yeah, he got the end result. It's 13-0 so far, and so far that would put Hawthorn top, I think. Another kick forward. Actually, I don't think it would. I think they still need a little bit more. Ball goes forward. Fremantle gets the loose player in the way. They've got 3-on-1 here, and the 1 wins. James Frawley just saves the day for Hawthorn. Blake Hardwick takes the mark over, I think, Michael Walters. I could be wrong with that. Wasn't too sure. It's pretty hard to judge because none of the players really look like they should from this distance, and they never play in their positions. Socced forward in the 50 for Fremantle. It's a 1-on-1. He gets free. No one's in front of him, and Jesse Hogan misses. Hits the post. I think there was 1 player in the goal square, 2 players in the goal square. They weren't really coming up to him though, and he just blazed away and missed. Hawthorn tried to take the direct route and it hasn't paid off. Connor Blakely, we might see a bit of a Freo resurgence here. No pride of Ben McAvoy, so it's going to be a ball up. Segler's taken all the ruck, so I don't know why Ben McAvoy is listed as a ruckman. He might as well just be listed as a half back or a half forward. Anyhow, ball comes loose, goes back the way of Fremantle. O'Meara is the one that comes up with that. I saw a couple of players fly for that, and apparently O'Meara was the one that it got to. 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. Fremantle starting to look like they've got a bit of ascendancy going. They're just going to put it on the scoreboard. A mark to Stephen Hill. He's in range from here. He'll kick from about 40.
45 metres out. Should be relatively straightforward from here. He hits for home.
And it's a goal. It had a bit of right to left movement. Was a bit uncertain of it for a while, but no, it's definitely a goal. It's 6 points the difference. With 2 minutes to go in the quarter, you'd think there wouldn't be really much chance of another score for the quarter yet. Oh, here we go. Burst free. Is there going to be a mark? Yes, Tim O'Brien marks it. And he'll be taking a set shot after the siren for half time. 13-7, 6 points. He can make it 12 at half time. What's he taking so long for? He goes back. He goes forward. And it is a goal. My game sort of stopped right as it passed the post. I wasn't sure if it hit it or not. So a bit of left to right action. Almost hit the post. Didn't. It's 19-7 at half time. Inside 50 is actually in the favour of Fremantle. Again, I think the only thing that really matters here is the hit-outs. 9-0 so far. Really just seems to be the only stat that matters. Clangers are huge both ways. Freo's about on target for the average. Hawthorn's a bit over it. They've had more marks. They've had more... Oh no. I saw frees, not tackles. They've had about the same tackles. Fuck all free kicks. Possession's been slightly Fremantle's way. They've generally had more of the ball, but yeah, it's those hit-outs I think is the defining stat of each game. Whoever wins the hit-outs, if it's by a lot, generally wins the game. So it comes down to your ruckman in this game apparently. Which at the moment, Segler's winning. Ball goes up. It's a pack forming. No one takes the mark. It's a push in the back against Sean Burgoyne though. Comes out to the wing. Few players around the ball. Ball goes to Scully. It's still coming. It's bouncing around and no prior to Bruce. And it's another ball up in the middle of the ground. Few players diving on the ball everywhere. Does James H play for Freo? I must have missed that trade, or I forgot about it. Either way, Segler, bunch of players under it. Nat Fife comes up with it, and that's a 50-50 ball. It's what, 3-on-1 now. All of a sudden, Freo look like they're going to get an easy kick forward, and he kicks it straight out in the full. Oh, that's a dangerous kick, but James Sicily comes up with it, and there's a lot of space on the other side of the ground, and that's where he's going. It's another dangerous kick, though. Two Hawthorn players near it. McAvoy pulls it. He gets it to Stratton. There's a lot of things happening here. Sicily gets the ball. There's a lot of players around. Now it's Tim O'Brien who takes a big mark over whoever the hell that is. A big one-on-one situation there, and Tim O'Brien seems to be one of the best forwards in the comp at the moment. He slammed it into the post though. According to this game, Tim O'Brien's one of the best players in the comp because he just snags everything apparently. He kicks out and this is going straight down the throat of... Oh, I can't remember who number 5... Warple. Can't believe I forgot about Warple. Anyway, Segler in the ruck again. I don't know who won it. It went straight out of bounds, but Tim O'Brien's given a high tackle away. 13 points the difference. Dangerous kick to Luke Ryan, who takes the mark. The 50th gamer goes wide to the pocket again. Travis Collier takes the mark. He's got no one on the mark, so he takes off and kicks it straight out in the full. Freo really need to fucking find their bearings before kicking it, because they are just sending it straight into the crowd each time. I don't think he was going for goal there, but it's going to end up in the... Oh, it was ending up in the square, and I thought Tim O'Brien was going to soccer it through. One-on-one situation. Freo's got the positioning, and Stephen Hill takes the mark. Sends it to the top of the 50, right in the middle of the ground. Could go very badly for Freo if Hawthorn win it. They don't. It's a ball up. Segler, handballs. That's a quick tackle. Nothing doing. Throwing the ball against Reece Conker, the umpire says. A short kick, about 30 out. Big mark from Jonathan Patton. He's number 25. He's lining up. This will probably be after the siren too. It is now. And he misses. Hawthorn had a few chances that quarter to really kill the game, and they haven't taken them. So we're looking at a 14-point lead going into the last quarter. Definitely not over yet, but I think it's been pretty hard to score lots of goals in the last quarters, especially when it's raining. So this won't be an easy task for Freo to come back from.
Let's see what the stats have to show.
Inside 50 is now Hawthorn's way. Disposals, it's marginally Freo's way. You got the kicks marginally Freo's way. Handballs are Hawthorn's way. The clangers are still Hawthorn's way. The marks are still Freo's way, but Hawthorn's got a few more of them. Tackles are now Freo's way marginally. Free kicks are not even really a factor in this game. Hitouts 14-0 is clearly the stat you should look at if you're looking at who's going to win, because that seems to be the indicator. Each game is just who wins the hitouts. Ball comes up, Hawthorn win the hitout, but Freo win the clearance. Doesn't make much sense considering hitouts are so important in this game. Ball spills a couple times. It goes Freo's way. It's a 2-on-1 in the marking contest, and Brendan Cox wins. He kicks it forward. It's spoiled. It's going towards the boundary line. Hawthorn end up with it. Stratton doesn't want to get rid of it yet. He takes on a couple players, turns the ball over. Frawley takes the mark. That was a one-on-one situation he had to win. Ball comes loose around about the 50. Freo get the ball. Isaac Smith's apparently injured. This could need a bounce. It's not going to need it because Cam McCarthy's taken the mark. Centres it about 30 metres back, and Ben McAvoy intercepts the ball. He should have just taken the kick there. What's going on here? A few spillages. Looks like it's going Hawthorn's way. There's numbers around the ball. I think Hawthorn have the ascendancy here. That was holding the ball by James Warple. He just tried to take too many players on. And it's unfortunate because all he needed was a handball and they were free. 10 minutes remaining. Hawthorn might have just iced enough time off the clock to not lose this now. As a big mark from Liam Shields. It's on the wing. Connor Blakely takes the mark, and another 2 minutes have gone by and nothing's happened yet. A few broken tackles sent forward by Fremantle. Should be a mark. Neither of them mark it. Hawthorn. Charmanimpi's just come on the ground and he takes a diving grab. They're going forward now. It's in the wing and it's throwing the ball against Reef Conker. 5 minutes to go now. Hawthorn might just kill the time a bit more before sealing the deal. No, Adam Serra is the one that marks it. Here he goes forward again. A big fly from Nathan Wilson. He goes all over the back of Burgoyne. He's got to move the ball though. They're 14 points down. Clock ticking. Blake Akers takes the mark. The new recruit from St Kilda sends it to the top of the 50. And it's James Sicily who kills the game now. He sends it across to Jager O'Meara. He's done a pretty shit kick considering he could have had a much easier kick to go to. It's soccered forward. Are they going to get a score? They might. They might just... Oh, they've run it over the boundary line. Point. They've run it over the line for a point. 17 seconds left. They really would have loved to have kicked a goal there to at least make the percentages a bit better, the margin a bit better. But the time is run off the clock. And Hawthorn get 2 from 2 this season. He is off to a good start. Warple has a really long hair still, even though he's cut it in real life. 14-point winners in a wet day. That's a pretty good margin.
At the end of the match,
oh, it's 13 point. I forgot about the last one. So yeah, again, look, inside 50s doesn't really matter. That was 50-50 and Hawthorn won it fairly convincingly. Disposals, 50-50, doesn't matter. Kicks, won by Fremantle fairly convincingly, doesn't matter. Handballs, doesn't matter. Clangers, doesn't matter. Marks, won by Fremantle, doesn't matter. Tackles, 50-50. Free kicks, 50-50, but... Oh, sorry, Fremantle won, but it doesn't matter. Possession was 50-50 almost. The hitouts, the one and only stat that sticks out like dog's balls, really shows who the winning team was. Chad Wingard probably will still be man of the match for his first quarter efforts. Let's see. No, it's Connor Blakely. I was completely wrong. I was going to say Tim O'Brien for second best, But Connor Blakely manages to get man of the match. What did he do? Oh, he was the leading possession getter. Chad Wingard got just as many possessions as he kicked a goal. I would have thought he'd be better, but okay. Looking at that, I would think Chad Wingard was the best on ground and Tim O'Brien was second, but whatever. So yeah, there you go. 1 point kicked in that last quarter. Hawthorn get the win. They more or less had it won at quarter time. They would have lost by 1 point at quarter time if they continued that quarter time score all the way through. Thanks for watching, guys. Actually, I'll take you back to the screen and we can see the ladder to see who finished the round on top. It'll be either Hawthorn or West Coast. West Coast was top before this game. I don't know if that was enough to get Hawthorn top percentage-wise. It wasn't. They got second place. So there you have it. West Coast on top of the ladder after round 2. Hawthorn second. Giants third. Richmond fourth. Essendon fifth. Collingwood is the first place out of all the teams that haven't won 2 games out of 2. Crows and Port 7th and 8th. Carlton round out the top half of the table. And sitting in dead last place is Geelong. Second last is Fremantle. St Kilda, Melbourne and Western Bulldogs, the other teams that round out the bottom part of the ladder with no wins. So there you have it, folks. We'll leave it like that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this round 2 action of football. Obviously, this is as close to the real thing you're going to get for at least a couple months now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.